Do you love seeing all the work that has been done to revitalize the Greeley downtown? I certainly do, and I read an article today that talks about the next 10-year plan that's being proposed. So if that's something that interests you, if you get excited about the Greeley downtown, then you want to watch this.
It's all about local.
Hi, my name is Jamie Eklund, and I am a local small business owner and entrepreneur here in Greeley, Colorado. On this channel, we talk about everything local to Greeley. So if you are interested in local Greeley activities, businesses, and news, then join the club. All right, so like I mentioned in the intro, I was reading an article from the Reporter Herald talking about a 10-year plan that was proposed by the DDA to the City Council and the Planning Committee for the downtown area. Now, the DDA is the Greeley Downtown Development Authority, and they are responsible for a large part of the revitalization that we've seen in the downtown area. And so now this plan or this proposal is asking for help. They've done a lot of the work. Now they need help getting behind them to put forth this 10-year strategic plan to revitalize it even more and to stimulate a lot of the growth that's already there, to stimulate that even farther. Now, the article didn't go into great depth of some of the intricacies and the details. I think it was a fairly high flyover as far as the article was concerned, but here are some things that this plan would address. Now, it will address stimulating infill development. So trying to make sure that the downtown area doesn't have vacancies, has full occupancy in some of the storefronts and some of the vacant lots and things like that, trying to make sure that it is a complete package, so to speak. It would encourage vibrant storefronts. Now, this is something that we've seen a lot actually in the downtown area. I think the article mentioned that like 15% of Greeley's restaurants are actually in the downtown area. And so this is something that it wants to continue to encourage and to make it even more of a robust storefront area. The other things that it talked about was building on the connections with UNC and Poudre River. Now, it didn't really elaborate much on what that would entail from a connection standpoint, but there certainly is an attractiveness for UNC to have a more hip and trendy downtown area. It's going to help them attract college students and vice versa. So I think it would probably be a really good opportunity for UNC to get involved so that they can further attract students to their campus. And then plus, hopefully, it would provide some funding for the DDA to do what they need to do as well. The other aspect that they talked about was diversity housing. They talked about attracting more primary employers there. They talked about creating new public spaces, and then promoting the arts, obviously, is something that's always been a big deal for the DDA. They want to continue to do that and to even raise that to the next level. They want to ensure that the downtown area is a clean and safe area. Now, this is obviously has been a challenge for a lot of the downtown areas. We look at the Denver downtown 16th Street Mall area, you look over in Fort Collins in that area, and even Loveland in their downtown area. Keeping it clean and making sure that it's a safe place for families to enjoy is a challenge. So I like to see that on this bill, and I appreciate that. The other aspect is they want to celebrate historic character. Now, Greeley has a rich heritage, and it's really quite interesting to learn about what Greeley, how Greeley came to be and how Greeley continues to develop. So maintaining some of that historical character, I think, is vital to the success of this. The other aspect that it mentioned, I don't know what this is going to look like, it talks about some of the programming that would go on, either with UNC or just the downtown itself. One of the things that's been hugely successful for the downtown area is the Friday nights at Greeley. You go down there Friday nights during the summertime and it is packed. They always have something going on. And so I'm thinking the programming will probably be something similar to that, different activities and the like. They're probably going to see more things going on. So that's exciting. Then also the marketing aspect of this. I know you think of the development, and it doesn't need much marketing, but it really does. Like, we have to encourage people to take advantage of what is going on downtown, because without people getting involved, you're not going to get businesses, and you're not going to get the corporate sponsorships. You're not going to get UNC getting involved. You're not going to get those things. So we need the involvement from the community, and we need to use this as a highlight for Greeley. The other aspect that they mentioned briefly is creating like an amphitheater or a stage, which probably goes hand in hand to some of their programming. So if you have a place for bands to be, if you have a place for events, that's something that may be addressed through this plan. And then lastly, it talked about trying to attract maybe a full-service grocery store to the area as well. So that's a little bit more specific, but hey, if you get people that are there, living there or just visiting there on a Saturday night or Friday night, having a grocery store where they can do some grocery shopping would also be a benefit. Now, in the article, it talked about some of the concerns that the City Council and the Planning Commission had with the plan. One of them, and I kind of agree with them, and I don't know where this fits into the plan, it didn't seem to address it much, was the parking. Now, parking within the downtown area, if you're familiar with Greeley, you know that it takes up a considerable amount of space, and it's harder to find parking than us locals here in Greeley really tend to expect, right? You go to Walmart, it's not hard to find a parking space. You go downtown, and sometimes it is kind of hard to find a parking space, especially when it's an event or something going on down there. So one of the council members talked about the potential for maybe a parking garage. That would be absolutely amazing. And I get it, right? You can't just put a 1,500 car parking garage and not need it. So there's that balance between the need and the infrastructure. And once that need gets up there, then the infrastructure, or hopefully the funding for the infrastructure, will also get up there as well. So this is just a proposal. It's not something that's put in place right now. I thought it was super encouraging because I love what the downtown area has become right now, and I'm really excited to see it further grow and progress here in Greeley. It's something that we should be proud of. So I'm going to put a link down in the description. It's going to have the full article from the Reporter Herald down there. So check that out. And if this is something that is interesting to you, subscribe to the channel. Because these are some things that we're going to be talking about. We're also going to be highlighting a lot of the small businesses here in Greeley. We're going to be doing some small business spotlights on a regular basis. My goal is to do that twice a month so that we can start encouraging the local businesses with our business, giving them our money when we go and we need to buy something or we need the services from them, because we want to make Greeley even better than it is today.